Joining us to talk about where this is Gunjan Banerji, a lead writer at the Wall Street Journal, of course, a CNBC contributor. The issue, Gunjan, like everything, has become politicized because they named this the Pelosi Act after Nancy Pelosi and her husband, who have been pretty successful stock traders. But where does this, is this going to actually pass?
Look, Brian, what we've seen in the past is that this is an issue that tends to make people and lawmakers on both sides of the aisle really angry. But these efforts have not really gone anywhere in the past. You know, the Journal reported that there was a similar effort underway in 2022, but again, it did not pass muster in Congress with the president. So it's tough to see where this goes. And right now, as you pointed out, this does have a lot of Republican opposition. President Trump tweeted about it and criticized Josh Hawley, who's backing the bill this year, on social media. Although, as the Journal has reported, it really has been lawmakers on both sides of the aisle who've been trading, not just Democrats or Republicans. And we've investigated thousands of House disclosures and found that, you know, trading really hit a fever pitch this year during the tariff turmoil.
Yeah, and it's well said as usual. It's not a Democratic issue or a Republican issue. There's a few people, there tend to be a few people from each party that do the bulk of the trading. But some of this trading, Gunjan, is like tens of thousands of shares a year. I mean, these are not people betting $1,000 on something. This is millions and millions of dollars of trading. I don't understand why there's even any opposition to this.
It's been shocking to see the number of trades. The reports that we analyzed during the tariff turmoil showed that there were more than 700 trades placed by just a handful of lawmakers. Right. And, you know, they are wagering in everything from stocks to options, shares of things like cruise lines and airlines and technology stocks. So the activity is really broad based, and investors, lawmakers, and everyday Americans seem to get really, really angry about the fact that this trading bug that has swept everyday Americans has also hit lawmakers. But at the same time, there does tend to be this standoff in the House and Senate over where this goes.
Do we have any indication of where how this may end up? Will this pass? Or is this going to be another thing that gets some attention and then goes away?
Look, right now, there is quite a bit of pushback, or it seems to be based on news reports over this bill. The timing is interesting, though, because just recently the House Ethics Committee, as the Journal reported, released this report showing that they had concerns over House lawmaker Mike Kelly and trades that his wife placed a few years ago. Basically, just the day after he learned that certain steel plants would remain open, she bought shares of that steel operator, spurring concerns about insider trading.
Yeah, and these are not corporate insiders. I want to be clear. It's not like a CEO buying shares of his own company because he knows he's going to do a deal. This is policy, so it's kind of a gray area a little bit more. But when you see a lawmaker buy let's say the shares of a bunch of German defense companies, and then a week later, Germany does this huge stimulus plan where they, give a bunch of money to defense companies. It's hard as a private citizen not be like, that's weird.
And I think that's why this has really had a spotlight put on it this year, because of negotiations around tariffs, right? These were matters pertaining to Congress. Lawmakers might have had sensitive information there, and yet we saw trading hit a frenzy. And I think that's why people are just paying a lot of attention to this year.
Yeah, it's well said. We'll see where it goes. We appreciate you coming on. Gunjan Banerji, Wall Street Journal lead writer, CNBC contributor, and all-around great person. Gunjan, thank you very much.